In this video I'm going to show you how to make keycaps like these. It's a two-step process. The first step is to cast the resin in the mold. It's in this step you decide the color and other effects. The second step is to add a print on top of the key. This will be done with a transfer foil. It comes in a variety of colors, and today I will be using this nice copper foil. I will be using these molds for the casting. Each mold has two parts. The bottom part is the form of the key, and the top part is the connection to the button. It's easy to find these molds in listings online. They normally cost from a few dollars up to $10, $15, $20. Here's one from AliExpress, and here's one from eBay. As seen in this description, each row has a slightly different form. Unfortunately for us in Europe, the return key is not included, but today I will only be making keys for this extra keyboard I have. Before we start, I want to address two issues I found with these molds and what I did to improve them. When you cast the keycaps is upside down with the mechanical connection on top. In this part you find a little hole where air can get trapped. To address this I made a small hole with a hole punch. It's just a 1mm hole, but that's enough to get air out. The second issue is to align the top and bottom part of the mold. You want to get a consistent result, and the margin is quite small. To address this I made this outer mold together with the 3D printed box. It has the same size as the mold, and therefore I can get a more consistent result. But that's enough introduction. Now it's time to make some more keycaps. The resin I will be using is custum epoxy resin. In this batch I will go for a green color. I use a mix of liquid dye and mica color to get a nice effect. Not much resin is needed, 30 grams will be more than enough. This epoxy resin I mix 5:1 by weight. You don't need much dye to get a strong color. Some overflowing is not an issue. It will shrink down during curing and it's easy to clean up afterwards. I let it cure in a pressure pot to get rid of all the air bubbles. You don't want to pick it out too early, because it's easy to leave fingerprint marks on the tacky surface. A little bit of cleanup is needed after the mold. In most cases you can easily cut away any extra resin from the keycaps using just a sharp knife. You could stop at this stage, but we will continue and add a print to the top surface. For this project we need a white icon with a black background. These alignment lines will be used later on and they have the same size as the keycap. So now we just change the color of the icon and add it to the center. We print it out using a normal laser printer. Using the vinyl cutter, I cut the squares of the transfer foil with the same size. We carefully position the transfer foil on the laser printed page. The laminator will heat up the toner and make it stick to the foil. We carefully lift the transfer foil from the paper. We put the transfer foil with the shiny side down in the mold. Add a thin coat of epoxy to the keycap and press it down into the mold. Again we will leave it to cure. Afterwards we can remove the transfer sheet and the foil is left on the keycap. A final coat of resin can be added to protect it from daily use.